farm I bought in 1990, and because I didn't have sufficient water, I immediately switched to drip irrigation. In this valley nobody was doing it, and they told me it didn't work, and after 6 months I could visually see the improvement. And funnily enough, this was the orchard I actually started off with, and I've now grafted the trees over to Satsumas, and they have dripper lines. They at 1.6 litre per hour drippers and a double line. What is very important with the drip irrigation is to make sure that you don't irrigate too deeply. You want to just wet the root zone, and that's the idea of the shorter, the slower delivery rate. Originally, when I planted the trees, I had button drippers that gave 4 litres per hour, and we had 2 per tree. It was very successful because you couldn't over irrigate the trees. And then I have a lysometer, which actually boils down to a wheelbarrow under the ground where we catch the overflow, and when it overflowed, that's when we'd stop the irrigation cycle. These days we've got probes, and I work with a probe, and I work with mainly the topsoil, which is the first 30 centimeters, and then the buffer zone I also let it dry out to 40 plant available water, or they call it raw, which is a readily available water, and I will only start the next cycle once it reaches 40%.
In literature they said that you should irrigate every day, but I've tested that and I found that every second day works well through the summer, and you get a better water use efficiency. The other thing that's happened with the irrigation of drip is my utilization of nitrogen. Particularly, I give 60% of what's recommended, and the trees are flourishing. And via FruitLook, you can see that the amount of nitrogen in the plant is actually higher than when I was doing it previously. My water use efficiency has improved dramatically with a longer cycle. That a longer cycle, as I said, is actually every second day. So that's basically about sums up of what I'm doing.